Happy to have you here, Mike. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us in as well.
Anytime, anytime. You're going to be in Hanson this weekend, so we got you here talking about the bull riding tour that's going on, the Velocity, the Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour that's coming to Hampton Coliseum. So this actually, I want to start off. This is kind of a local show for you, right? Because you're from Virginia, but you live in Carolina now, correct?
Yeah, it's probably one of the closest ones for me all year. Being able to be in Hampton. So yeah, it's cool to not have to travel as far this weekend.
Yeah, I imagine. You guys do these all over and everything. What's the travel schedule like when doing this tour? Because how many days are you on the road? How many cities are you in? Like what type of downtime do you all get?
Yeah, it gets really crazy for us this time of year, and this year it started early for us at the beginning of December. And since the first weekend in December, I've had one weekend off, which was for Christmas. I have two little girls at home too that I take care of, and so it makes it very challenging for me. But I normally leave on Thursday or Fridays, and I ride back home on Sundays, depending on my kids' schedule. Sometimes I have to be back home to take them to school on Monday mornings. So I have a lot going on with being a dad and still trying to manage this as being a professional bull rider, but it's control and chaos, and man, when you can be calm when everything's crazy, it's a different kind of power.
Yeah, I get that. You've been doing this for a long time, actually, 18 years pro. But if I recall correctly, you technically started at like four, right? So like over 30 years you've been doing this.
Yeah, man, 30 plus years that I've been competing in the arena. I started at age 4. I went with a brother-in-law that I had. He rode at amateur levels. I went with him, and I seen that the little kids started riding on sheep. My siblings had 4-H sheep at home that they led around and showed at the county fair. I told my parents that I wanted to start riding them like the other kids, and went from sheep riding to calf riding to junior bull riding to high school rodeo. And my family supported me through all of this as the only way it was possible. And then once I graduated high school, I had a main focus on being a professional bull rider. And yeah, like you mentioned earlier, I'm blessed to say that 18 years just went by now.
That's awesome. Do you remember the first like bull riding competition that you were in, the real like, because you mentioned all of those, but the first one that for you it was like, oh man, this is it. I've made it without realizing, well, there's still plenty more to come.
No, and I think in this sport, even after being a professional for 18 years, you don't ever feel like you make it. Those bulls don't read credentials; they don't know what you've accomplished. So it's a very humbling sport, man. You week in, week out, the bulls don't care what you've done or who you are. You still have to show up every single weekend, and that means you've made it one weekend at a time. And that's taught me about life. You show up each and every day, and you just give it your all. And it's the same in this sport. You show up each and every weekend, and you give it your all. No matter what last weekend held, whether it was a win or a loss, you went home, you've prepared, you've trained hard, and now it's time to give it all once again.
That's a good point. How do you go about training? Because like, I know you guys do. You don't know what bull you're going to be riding this weekend. You'll find out when you get there. So how do you actually kind of go about a training on that? Is there a certain structure to it?
As far as the training goes, I would say it's a lot like UFC training, body weight stuff. And when we're on the tour like this, you kind of try to conserve your body some too. I do a lot of hot yoga. I have a barrel that simulates the moves that I need to make on the weekends to be riding. And I always tell people bull riding's not a thinking sport, it's a reacting sport. So I have to teach my body what to react to throughout the week so that I can stay calm and out of my own self's way for it to react to it on the weekend. And, I think preparation is the key to it. Consistent action brings consistent results. So the more work you're putting in, the more time you're putting in, that removes doubt of not doing good.
Awesome. You mentioned the two that you got two little girls at home. Have they gotten into bull riding at all? Have you thrown them on the bulls yet? And you're like, all right, come on, we need to make this a team thing, a family thing. Let's go.
Yeah, and it is. We call ourselves the Lane Gang. Me and my two little girls, we're the Lane Gang, and I let them ride sheep early on, and that was the end of it for them. But in the Western lifestyle, girls, there's a lot of other events for them: barrel racing, breakaway roping. And I'm blessed to say that both my little girls, I traveled to junior rodeos in the summer with them. They both ride horses, barrel racing. I don't ever have to ask them if they want to go practice. They're ate up with it. They want to go out and do it every chance we can. So that makes it easy on dad, knowing how hard they work at it and want to be good at it. And I would like to think that I've set an example with them being by my side as being a professional bull rider. I've showed them, like, they spend a lot of time with me in the gym. They spend a lot of time going up and down the road. So they see how much work their dad's put into being in the shoes that I'm been blessed to be in. And I think they're able to see that, and that's why they're so ate up with practicing every chance that they get as well.
That's fun. Uh, so, what is the chemistry like in the locker room with you all? Because I imagine, you all have been traveling. You go from city to city. There's got to be some great bonds backstage. But when you get out there, everybody's still competing against each other. So, how's it like? Is it really loose? And then day of competition, everybody's kind of, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to ride the bull better than you today, or is it still loose all the way through?
Yeah, and I think that's cool that you asked that, man, because a lot of people don't see the camaraderie in the locker room as us as professional bull riders. And our mentality is it's such a dangerous sport and it's such a tough sport that there's enough winning to go around for everybody. And it's just me against my bull. And if I don't ride my bull, then I'm nowhere in the equation of winning. So all I can do is do my job, stay on my bull 8 seconds. And if one of my buddies had a better bull and he gets a higher score than I do, well then that's awesome. It's his day to win at that moment. And all we're in control of is what we can do, and that's riding their bull 8 seconds. And as many miles as we travel together with our brothers like that, man, we all become family. And it's very tight group of guys back there, and we love to see each other win just as much as ourselves.
That's cool. Do you all have any rituals like when you get to a city? It's like, all right, night one, we're all going to meet up at this place and try some local food, or we're going to go hit up, try and do something local, or is it, we'll stay at our rooms, we'll kind of hang out with each other here at the hotel?
Yeah, it's we're all our own boss and get to go about it our own certain way. We travel there together. And then once we get there, we kind of just split up and see each other
Gotcha.
throughout the weekend and kind of just do our own thing. Some of us have routines, some of them just go with the flow. And for myself, it's a routine for me. I believe in routines, and not that every weekend's right on that routine, but I try to stick to that routine as much as possible when I'm doing a lot of winning. And I look at the things I was doing, the things I was eating, the rest I was doing, and I try to reduplicate that stuff over and over to help me keep winning.
That's cool that to know that you all are superstitious as well. Because like I played hockey and baseball growing up, and I remember if I got hot in baseball, well, the socks ain't being washed, or how was I wearing the pants this week? Did I do high socks, stuck socks? Like kind of what's been wearing those little weird things that nobody else kind of notices, but you're well aware of. You're like, oh, I haven't washed the jock strap in a week.
Yeah,
Nobody else has noticed, but I've been hitting
yeah,
500, so hey, who cares?
no
That's
doubt.
cool to know. Yeah, that's cool. So someone who's listening to us, like, what should they expect when they walk in there this weekend when they go to Hampton? What are they going to be in experience of?
Yeah, it's an action-packed night of excitement that'll keep you on the edge of your seat the entire 2 hours of the show. It's definitely like no other sport. There's no calls being played. The bull don't have nothing to read to tell you what he's going to do. And I always tell people 35 different times throughout that night, us as riders don't know what's about to happen, and neither do the spectators. They're either going to witness a great ride or a great wreck.
That's a great sell right there. Great ride, a great ride. Either way, it's a win-win, right? I mean, I hate to
Right.
say that though to somebody like you because you're like, hope it's a good ride. I don't want the wreck. But the audience at the end of the day, I mean, we're entertained either way from you guys honestly doing such a cool thing out there. Mike, where can people go to get tickets to this weekend's event?
Yeah, you can get tickets at the Hampton Coliseum box office. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster.com, or you can also get tickets at PVR.com as well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to talk to us today. I'm not going to hold you up any longer, but thank you, man, and look forward to this weekend there in Hampton.
Yeah, thank you, man. Prepping and ready for it.
I know you are. You're a man of routine.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, Mike. Well, thank you again, sir, and
Yes, sir.
safe travels here. I don't think you're here yet, so safe travels.
Awesome. Thank you, man. You have a great evening.
You too. Thanks.